Previously on Search4Hurt.
What if I could compete in a range of different events to see how they stack up against each other and find out which one hurts the most? I'm going to rope in some of Australia's best athletes and coaches to help me. We'll train with them to get their tips and thoughts on pushing themselves to the limit. What is the human body capable of? And how much can it endure? I'm Matt Murphy. Let's go search for Hurt.
I think that's what you call the hurt box.
It's time for the final session in Queensland. As Matt walks through the tunnel, it hints at the fact that this might be another session with a big football team.
Welcome to the Gabba.
If you didn't guess it already, it's the Brisbane Lions AFL team here at the famous Gabba ground in Queensland. They're the equal most successful AFL club of the 21st century. Matt's in their gym, and the Lions made a little something for our Matty as a welcome present.
What's the plan?
Today we'll get you on the bike, and then we'll get you to do some explosive efforts, which are 5-second efforts, and then we'll chuck in some longer 8-second efforts, and that really is about lactate buffering and making sure that you hurt a little bit.
All right, so we're talking 5-second efforts and 8-second efforts. Yep. But you mentioned earlier that it's all about that, I guess, mongrel you'd almost call it, really, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So the physical component's really important, but also from a mental component, we want to train aggressive mentality.
After we finish on the bikes, hopping in here to do some boxing, correct?
Yep.
Now, what's my goal wattage?
Well, we put you at 1600 watts. The guys that are best at the club are around 2100, which is pretty impressive, but we reckon the guy that weighs, 45 kilos?
I was going to say, how do you reckon these chicken legs are going to go? But we'll see.
Yeah, no, mate, don't be deterred by the size of your legs. Most of the Tour de France riders don't have big legs and they seem to be able to punch it out, so no, you'll be right.
1600's the goal, right?
Yeah, we'll see how you go.
So. I'm looking forward to it, and thanks for having us, man.
No worries.
It's going to be awesome. Cool, let's get it on. So, my goal 1600 by the looks today. So they put me down, we'll see how it all goes.
They've given Matt a big target of 1600 watts on the bike, which is how much wattage one can reach by spinning the legs as fast as you can, coupled with as much power you can drive those legs.
4 or 6 5-second efforts on 30, and then we do 4 or 6 8-second efforts on 30. Then I think there's a few off 1 minute as well, but can't quite remember. Whoa! He's off. 13:27, that's it. Only 14, 13.95. Still 200 watts off. That's a lot of watts off.
Matt's target of 1600 is extremely high, and naturally, he's not hitting it.
Put a big X next to mine.
You have the crack or what?
13.95.
13.95. Come on, buddy. Get those chicken legs going, mate.
But as we know Matt, he's still going to give it his all.
I got about 2 seconds good stuff, I can taste my bar for breakfast. It'll creep up, it'll just be...
The team are now on 8-second efforts, and compared to the 5-second efforts, they feel like an eternity. One to go, and everyone puts in one last big effort.
How wide am I?
Come on, get those chicken legs down. Here we go. Go, down the box. Go, 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 go.
You reckon we found the herd or? You were, mate, good effort. How's it going?
Oh, that was hard. Just, my wattage was 1395 at the start. Reckon I was about 800 by the end. That's half a horsepower, or a quarter of a horsepower. I don't feel very well. I'm not looking forward to boxing.
After the break, ding ding. I think Matt's regretting doing some of these sessions with Australia's elite football teams.
Okay, yeah, it hurts.
We're hopping in here to do some boxing, correct?
Yep. We changed it up from bike to boxing, and I guess you know, from give the legs a rest, so to be able to change it up from that, but also again to train that aggressive mentality. So you know, when you're in the ring, it's just you with the pads, or you one-on-one with another guy, and your ability to be able to be in close, being in a one-on-one situation where you're wrestling with the guy it's important to be able to have control there, but also to be able to get some physical force over him. So we like the boxing as well because it you know, it's got a close replication to what you experience in the game.
It's a quick warm-up before the sparring and cardio starts.
Oh yeah, this is gonna make the arms feel good. Oh mate, when you're down here, it feels like your biceps are gonna pop. Oh, the biceps! Ah. Little size difference. Oh, don't worry. Won't hurt me too bad. Okay, yeah, he hurts. Just right. Oh, I mean it.
Matt's penalty for treating his opponent too lightly is a hit where it hurts.
Felt that one. Just 1 sec. Wonder that one got me good. Just give me 1 sec. Oh, I got a good one. I think it was a right. Yeah, it was a right. Right, so back leg.
Mate, he's going well actually. He throws it quite well, so he's fit. No, he's working really well. Alright, after that, slip under their right hand and come back to the double. So 1, 2, slip. Right hand, left hook, under, pull.
Bring him up.
Let's go. Lovely.
Nice left, but the boys are good there. They work off each other really well. They're a good unit, you know. They talk to each other a lot. Please don't drop me. I'm tentative around this big bastard. Got him in the corner.
Out of the 30 minutes, it was kind of broken up into 2 segments. Half of it was sparring against your partner, and the other half was sort of just form work, almost a little bit of recovery. So it was kind of like being in a battle against your partner on the field, or your opposition on the field, and then the other half was just getting the heart rate down a little bit, but then bang, you're back getting the daylights beaten out of you against your opponent again. So when it's on, it's just force fitness. You can't stop, otherwise you get knocked out.
That was nice work, fellas. Oh, thanks, boys. 2 for 0. Oh. Mate, let's just say, haven't been dropped twice in the same set, but, you know, that's more what it's about, you know. Oh. Well, you just saw I ate it twice. Keep an eye out for this big bugger. All right, nah, but guys, really, that was friggin' tough. I better do that again because that won't go on TV. 30 minutes? 30 minutes, yeah. Man, are you bugging or what?
We're bugging, but that's just our usual Tuesday, mate.
Oh, just have a newfound appreciation for what they do because my guts are killing. Oh man.
Awesome effort by Matt today. Obviously, it's not his usual training program to be doing the explosive stuff in the ring. So, you know, for his first time to be able to do that was pretty impressive. And I guess what we like about him was he keeps on having a crack, and you saw him get knocked down, and he still got up and he kept going. So, good fight in him and good character.
When we come back, Matt has a new challenge against the team's comedian, Tom Rockcliffe. And we fly to the Red Centre to do one of the most remote marathons in the world.
So we finished the session and Matt thinks we're finished, but Skins have organised a little challenge. I think the Rockcliffe player, he's going to do something with Matt, so we're pretending we're going to go and get lunch, but really we're going to go buy the ice bar. And he's going to have, I think, a holding his breath competition. So
Every team's got, you know, a bit of a comedian, and with the Brisbane Lions, it's Tom Rockcliffe. If you haven't seen any of his stuff, you should jump on YouTube. He's pretty funny.
I just got told I can't go in because the boys are getting changed and I'm a little bit disappointed.
Always challenge with Tom Rockcliffe. This week we've got another special guest. We've got Matt from Search4Hurt. The challenge is going to be the same one as last year when I took Charmo on. We've got to go under the water and see who can hold your breath the longest in the ice bath.
After being punched by one of those boys, I don't know how long it's going to be.
Yeah, I think you got dropped, didn't you?
Twice.
Off to the ground. Good luck. Hope you do well, and I'll see you at the end. The second time I've been rolled at it. Mate, it's not much fun under there.
Mate, seriously, when I came up, I had no idea what was happening. I was just looking around in my own water. Oh, my head. It seriously hurts, man. Oh, no, that was good. Thanks.
Thanks for that. All right, so...
What a great session of her. So the next day, the team jump in the camper van in search for their next... Oh, wait a minute. Well, it wouldn't be right if the van didn't break down one final time.
Oh, and you're stuck on the side of the freeway with a broken down van. There's only one thing you can do.
Exactly right.
Let's get this out of here.
Search4Hurt's final event has come upon us. We've covered a lot of the east of Australia. So now the plan is to pack the bags,
Can't forget these.
leave the camper van where it is, which is a good thing, kiss the wife goodbye, and go to a place so remote that it's actually safer to fly. It's the Australian Outback Marathon, It holds many running levels, including the full and half marathon. Also 11 and 6K fun runs.
So we're here with Michael Walton from Travelling Fit, who's hooked us up with what looks like is just going to be a off-the-chart experience. Thanks for having us out, man.
Absolute pleasure, mate. Great to see you out here.
I guess what can we expect, man?
Well, we're here to do the Australian Outback Marathon, as you know. We're doing a full AIMS certified marathon, would you believe, out in the middle of the desert.
That means it's exactly 42.2.
Exactly 42.195.
195. The knee's not 100%, but we're coming to the very end of the series, and what better way to finish it off than by competing in the Australia's Outback Marathon.
But look what you get to run on.
It's just
absolutely amazing place.
Part of the package includes a traditional welcome to the Red Centre, and depending what style of accommodation you choose, an amazing dinner.
So we arrived at about 1 o'clock today, gone out and had a little look at the course and had no idea where we were staying, so it's so good to see a bed, which is sweet. We've been staying in a camper van for the last 4 months sort of thing, so to see a 5-star resort and get fed the way we have, it's absolutely awesome. So we just finished dinner now.
As Matt's living it up like a king, night falls. There's a drop in temperature, and it's a pre-dawn wake-up. Everybody arrives and is greeted to one of the most spectacular sunrises on the planet, here in the Australian Outback.
This is like nothing in the world. The scenery is stunning. The anticipation, the views. You got the rock, the sun, the outback, the crowds, the costumes, the people from all around the world. Amazing.
Right, 1K, 41 to go.
Oh, it's just so amazing out here. The feel's just awesome.
Well, we've got 5K down. Surprisingly, can't even feel my knee, so I'll take it.
And it's pretty cool. Got some camels right here. It's pretty awesome.
$15K. How are you feeling, Manuel?
Okay.
Okay? Nice. He's from Spain, similar pace, so just keep cruising and hopefully keep this pace.
Bloody, normally it's my right knee that's sore, but my left one. But 22K in, so only got 20 to go. Sorry, I can't stop, but my knee will play up otherwise, so I'll keep rolling.
After the break, Matt has to push through the pain barrier again to finish a race.
Possibly not the smartest thing that I've done.
And we say goodbye. If you want to be somewhat competitive in marathon running, you really need to put in the miles in training. Otherwise, as Matt's finding, little problems start to arise.
Doing a marathon in the Australian desert, no running for a few months. Possibly not the smartest thing that I've done. Well, the hawks have started to circle above. I think they've got some pretty easy prey down here.
As usual, and for one last time, Matt pushes through the hurt that his knee and quads are giving him to finish an astonishing marathon.
Yeah, oh man, that was tough. You saw me at what, 20K? And I was sweet. And
about 26. Things didn't go so well.
We're about the 12-kilometre mark as we discussed. We get up to the top of the dune. What were the views like?
Oh, it was just beautiful, and when you're feeling as good as you do at 12k, it's just, yeah, you just take it all in. I think at the 30k going the other way, it was still special, but not quite the same feeling.
It was inspiring to be out there, so you just had to keep knocking the Ks off and get it done. And by the time that I finally shuffled across the line, all the pain that it was experienced, 5, 10, 15 Ks earlier was totally worth it.
Lucky Elisa's not here tonight because she'd be spending some time massaging the quads tonight. Oh.
What a fantastic way to finish a great adventure. I got married to my soulmate Elise, who's been a trooper through the entire thing. Had an awesome honeymoon to the US, where I got to train with some of the absolute legends of their sports. Alex Honnold.
Like, without power, you have nothing to endure.
Hobie Cole.
I've had a lot of people complain I'm just a skinny endurance runner, but I'll beat them on any obstacle any day,
Lisa Batcham-Smith.
Focus, I call it like it was a box I got into every day.
Chris Spieler. Then it was back to Australia for some fantastic events, some awesome locations. Australia's first ever Tough Mudder. Bike Buller. The Glowworm Marathon.
The glowworms are pretty cool, eh? You can see them.
And last but not least, running with the camels in Australia's Outback Marathon. And let's not forget those training sessions. So, what was the toughest training session? Well, it's a close call, but I'd have to say it was the Brisbane Lion session. Only because I got dropped twice in the boxing set.
Okay.
But JT up at Townsville, you're a sick man. If I would have got knocked out in that set, it probably would have been the toughest by far. What was the worst part of the whole adventure? Well, it's that damn camper van.
Now, it's buggered again because there was just smoke and we thought it was going to catch on fire. You can even see the puddle of fuel now.
And of course, now that the adventure's over. What's next? Well, for me, while you're watching this, I'm on my way to the Vermont Spartan World Championships. For Search4Hurt, well, I can't give too much away, but planning is definitely underway for Season 2. Stay tuned for some big announcements. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the show. Thanks so much for watching.
I'm Matt Murphy, and now it's time to share the hurt.